5 things a man will do if he really loves you. In this video, you will discover the ins and outs that keep you from wasting your time and giving the wrong man the benefit of the doubt and making the wrong interpretations because you think this is what love looks like. So here we go. Now, also, if you are ready to attract the right man for you who is really in love with you, then comment below with I am ready. Hey, I'm Antia Boyd, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man method, and this is the channel where we magnetize your man so that the man you want desires and pursues you forever. Now, of course, if you like my background, if you like what I wear, my earrings, or anything else about this video, do me a favor, give me a like, pop into the bell above as well, and of course, subscribe and share it with all of your girlfriends, and wait until the very end because I'll be telling you the number one secret on how to 100% know that he is indeed serious with you. So let's go ahead and dive right into the 5 things a man will do if he really loves you. Number 5 is he will celebrate your worst. Now, I want to go with this video a little bit more into what you normally don't think about, right? Because we're always like, he'll speak my love languages and all the things. He'll be consistent with me. But let's actually talk about what normally people don't talk about. Because he will actually love you at your worst. What do I mean by that? So we have judgments about ourselves. For example, you may have the fear that you are too much, you're too big, you're too bright, you're too funny, you're too emotional. However, this will be the exact reason why your man is falling in love with you. Don't believe me? When I met my husband, Brody, he actually loved everything that men before were actually judging me for, right? Like, you're too deep, you're too much, you're a handful, you're too complicated. All of that, Brody really loved. That he loved to see my anger, my rage, my passion, as well as my sadness and my quote unquote weak moments as well. There is a saying that we admire perfect people, but we fall in love with imperfect ones. So comment below this video, what are some of the traits that you are afraid of to be judged for and actually looking forward to celebrate it for? Because what happens is, you actually want to make room for the shadow in your life because that will set the relationship free. Everyone is usually judging themselves in the relationship and is showing up inauthentically. Now, that, of course, leads to loss of trust and, of course, to decrease of intimacy and closeness. This is also why so many relationships simply plateau. But when he really loves you and when you really love him, you actually celebrate each other at your worst. Number 4, he chooses you. Now, this comes from Anthony DeMello, and he actually talks about that you can love someone if you need them. You can only love someone if you truly choose them. So a man who really loves you really doesn't need you, right? He is fine without you. He is independent. He is grounded. He is successful. He's emotionally stable and grounded and centered in his, what I call, kintegrity. However, he chooses you to be by his side because he knows that life can be magnified tenfold, 100-fold when you are in his life. And this is then also why he, of course, makes you a priority. As opposed to a man who doesn't really love you, but may need you desperately, this could also be a narcissist and be treating you, it's like a parasite relationship, right? Like he doesn't necessarily choose you. He needs you. He needs your energy. He needs your attention. A man who loves you doesn't need you. He doesn't need anything from you. It makes him happy. It makes him beam brighter, right? It makes him a better man having you by his side, but he doesn't need you. Now, if you wonder how in the world am I attracting this kind of man into my life, then join my free Magnetize Your Man Facebook group at mymfbgroup.com and join my community of over 5,500 women worldwide and get all your questions answered. Number 3, also this is rather unexpected, is he will surprise himself. You see, so often men say, right now it's not the right time because, I don't want to have a long distance relationship. Or right now it's not the right time because I just got out of a relationship and I'm still mourning, right? Or right now it's not the right time because, I still need to focus on my business. However, when a man loves you, he will surprise himself. Now, I think a fabulous example for that is a guy who pursued me years ago. Now, interesting part about that is this whole journey actually started when I was 19 years old and I fell for this rather emotionally abusive, emotionally unavailable man. Fast forward a few years after I had already moved to the US and I was just visiting Germany, I had just taken a course on creating a trusting relationship with men. What I noticed is that I had never forgiven this particular guy who was, of course, emotionally abusive and unavailable. So my goal was, while I was spending 2 weeks in Germany, that I would sit down with him and just tell him, just have him have it, right? Like really tell him how I really feel, how he made me feel, right? I was actually destroyed after he broke up with me, right? I fell in this dark hole and so on and so on. So that's a long story. So this guy ended up falling in love with me, okay? And not only that, but after I returned to the US, of course, I was just for visit in Germany, he actually had already booked his ticket to visit me in the US. Now, a side note here is that he hates the US, okay, for political reason. Who knows why? I never really asked him. But the point was he hated the US. So the thought for him to come to the US surprised himself. So next time when you hear an excuse from a man, think again, girlfriend. Men will go above and beyond. They will surprise themselves when they are in love with you. Now, of course, once I actually realized that he is actually not the one, well, I enjoyed the attention, I was really not in love with him. Now, that's a different story. But he was certainly in love with me, and he would have done anything for me. Now, if you find this, wow, this actually surprises me, right? Pop below into the comment section a particular example where you got an excuse from a man, and at the same time, a man could also surprise himself and do the opposite. Particularly in this case, he could have easily said, girlfriend, we're over 10,000 miles away. Obviously, this is over before it started. But instead, he fought for me desperately. So go ahead, pop it in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Now, number 2, also something that people usually don't talk about, is he will call himself out. He will put his sort of dignity or his pride to the side in the name of the relationship. He wants to be as vulnerable as he possibly can with you, and he will actually even make himself short-term not necessarily look good. But he wants to create this emotional intimacy with you so bad. So, a few years ago, when I started to date Brody, I think we had just moved in together, which means we were actually married. he called himself out, right? He actually said how he really felt, that he had actually like a running part inside of himself, which is of course understandable because he had an anxious mother, right? A mother had an anxious attachment style. And so this was really powerful, right? Because it set our relationship free. I knew that he would be honest and he gave me space to metabolize that, right? But he did that because he loved me and he fully trusted me that doesn't mean that I'm going to break up with him. And luckily, it also coincided with what he already shared in our wedding vows. You can actually look that up here on YouTube as well, where he actually said his worst fear is being trapped. And what the beautiful thing about that was that we could actually implement into our vows with this ring, I set you free. So when a man really loves you, he will literally call himself out. Now, if you're like, wow, Antia, I want to experience that kind of relationship in my life, that level of transparency, that level of honesty, but I just don't even know how to get there, then I recommend taking my free Magnetize Your Man quiz at mymquiz.com and also get my juicy custom gifts that I have prepared for you to help you to attract that kind of relationship into your life and also heal your own trust issues that keep you from showing up authentically. Number one, super sizzling, is he stays when it gets hot. So often what I see when single women come to me is they're afraid that to rock the boat. Because what their experience is, as soon as there's a disagreement, as soon as there's a confrontation, as soon as there's like an opposition of opinions, the man checks out. He's out. See you later, alligator, right? And what actually happens is when a man really loves you is he stays in the heat with you. He stays in the tension. He stays in the discomfort because he's not going to leave you. He's not going to abandon you because he wants to solve the problem. He wants to make you happy. And of course, that means keeping his own heart open, which he can only do when he really loves you, which also means that he really loves and trusts himself. Now, if you have men who are actually running all the time, that's probably not the right man for you because it causes trust issues inside of your own nervous system. And again, feeds into your whole reason. This is why I can't speak up. This is why I can't express myself. This is why I can't be too much because it'll be just too much for him. He'll be just overwhelmed. However, when a man really loves you, which means he loves himself, that means he loves all of his archetypes inside of himself, including the wild man. That means the wild man gives him the resilience. The wild man gives him the resourcefulness to weather the storm. So that even when his girlfriend or wife yells at him, right, just is angry, he actually stays. My husband compared it to being a fence. If the fence stays, the fence doesn't walk away, right? But the fence is there and it's like receiving everything that she has to say, right? And so it's the same thing. That's what a man does when he really loves a woman. And then, of course, for one, really grows the feminine aspect inside of yourself because you feel seen, heard, and felt. And of course, strengthens the masculine aspect for him because he gets to increase his capacity to hold more space for you. So I'd love to hear from you. Which of these actions have you actually seen in a man? Comment below as well. And of course, for those who stayed until the very end, I have, of course, a bonus for you, which is when a man really loves you, he commits to you. I know what you want to say right now, Antia. This is common sense. But is it? How many times have you dated a man who confessed his love to you, but for one reason or another keeps stalling? The relationship is just not moving forward. He just can't move in with you. He just can't commit to you. He just has to heal all his wounds. He has to wash his hamster's hair, right? He has to fix his car. He has to do this. He has to do that, right? So it's all those excuses. Girlfriend, he doesn't love you. If he really loves you, if he's in love with you, the way a man knows how to love, he can't help but commit to you. It's not just like, I should commit to her. It's kind of like this obligation, right? Like, okay, all right, I'm going to commit to her. He is going to burn to commit to you. Don't believe me? That's what my husband did after dating me for about 2.5 months. So we met at the end of June, on June 23rd, and then had, I told him about I was the last week of August, so it was about 2 months that I was seeing other guys, right? Because he asked me, who are all those friends that pick you up and all the things, right? And then he's like, oh, no. I'm committed to you. I want to be with you. I want, you're the only one for me. So your man will actually claim you and commit to you when he really loves you. So again, if you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe, and of course share it with all of your girlfriends. And by the way, if you haven't watched the next video yet, I recommend to watch. If he lost interest because you were needy, this will bring him back. Lots of love to you, ladies. Much love. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.